On the eve of the 3rd of the month of Tammuz, the Yortzeit, the memorial day of the Lubavitcher Rebbe of blessed memory, a central gathering was held at Kfar Chabad. Next morning, we arrive at the replica of the home of the Rebbe at 770 Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn, which was built at Kfar Chabad in Israel. The house was bought personally by the Rebbe, who wanted it to become the focal point of Chabad's extensive global activity.
The building is called the estate of the Rebbe of Lubavitch in the land of Israel. He wanted an estate built for all of the Chabad Rebbe's over the centuries, and he chose this spot. He said that he wants to pay for all of the construction costs out of his own pocket, and that is why it became a holy site, and a special site where one can receive the blessing of the Rebbe. The Rebbe asked to a member of the global Chabad organization, Rabbi Benjamin Gorodsky, to have the house built here and told him that there would come a time at which the Hasidim would want to remember the moments of holiness and would want to pray and spill their hearts. He said that they could do all that at 770 in Kfar Chabad.
Throughout the day, groups and individuals arrive at the place. The children enter dancing and singing Chabad songs, of course. One of the groups we find here today is a group of Chernobyl children. They are part of the project that began in the summer of 1990, about 4 years after the disaster at the Chernobyl nuclear plant, when Chabad responded to an appeal by Jewish groups to save the children from the area hit by radiation. The Rebbe of Lubavitch gave instructions to establish special institutes at Kfar Chabad for taking in these children in order to save them from the danger zones.
These children were saved from death at Chernobyl and brought to Israel, and today, on the eve of Gimmel Tammuz, we brought them here to pray and study, and it is not just a physical salvation, but a spiritual one as well.
Inside the home, Shachrit, the morning prayer, is held in the adjoining room. A video screen shows the atmosphere at the large Tish gatherings, and some of those watching join the singing. It's as if we're all in the presence of the Rebbe. The children who arrive, as well as many of the adults, sit at the study hall and write letters to the Rebbe.
This note is a redemption of the soul. When a child wants to communicate with the Rebbe, he can write to him and say that from now on he will behave better. He will do better things and study better. This is sent to the Rebbe's tomb in New York. This is part of the custom on the Yortzeit.
Opposite the study hall and video room is the replica of the Rebbe's room, where the Rebbe gave a private audience to each and every person who came to hear him and empty their hearts.
We took it upon ourselves to recreate the room exactly as it exists in New York, which means, this chair for instance, in order to recreate the chair precisely, we made 3 or 4 models until we achieved this chair. This is the book of the emissaries, the Shluchim. These books remained in the Rebbe's room in New York, and we put the same books here. They feature photos of the Rebbe's emissaries in the world, in Argentina, South Africa, Australia, France. In every corner of the world, the Rebbe sent a Chabad emissary to arouse the divine soul in every Jew.
Chabad is currently led by the chairman of the Young Chabad organization and head of the Hasidei Chabad organization, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Kohen Aharonov. On Gimmel Tammuz, Chabad focuses on the Talmudic idea of if their seed is alive, they too are alive. They stress the diverse activity that was started by the Rebbe and which his adherents at Kfar Chabad carry on.
The activity is renewed all the time. After Gimmel Tammuz, I was at the gathering of the emissaries in New York, and they asked the emissaries who were appointed after Gimmel Tammuz to rise. It turned out that most of the emissaries had been sent on their mission after Gimmel Tammuz.
שנשלחו אחרי ג' בתמוז.
הפעילות שלהם גדלה וגדלה, הפעילות שלהם היא ניסית.
Their activity keeps on growing. It is miraculous. They bring something out of nothing. It is not clear how they do it. Their activity grows and grows. It's amazing to see it from up close. Every one of their branches, and I have been around the world, in every corner of the world, from China to Europe, the Rebbe's activity goes on, and it is amazing.
מגיע לכל מקום וזה מדהים.
וכאן אנחנו רואים את הזרעו בחיים.
This is where we see how the seed of the Rebbe is alive. The Rebbe's huge mission continues on and on. This is the greatest proof that the Rebbe lives with us and leads us.
חי איתנו ומנהיג אותנו.
I'm